Hello, hello. How is everyone this evening? Ooh, those are buttons. Okay. Cool, that button does that. Okay, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original. That doesn't sound like me. World for his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Unstable, that sounds about right. Or do we create our own? Let's try the create your own option. Do I just play average? Bugger it, let's just go sensitive. See how this goes.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Sounds like bliss. Gotta be honest with you.
Ever.
Still sounds like bliss.
Never, ever.
Never ever ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on
An
non-existing.
inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Meat thing? Plunge back into fathomless deep.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just night swimming. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Elysium, let's go. Time to get off now. I like pain and a burning light. Wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Fuck all borough, I like that name. That should be a real place. Fuck all borough. Maps. Oh, it doesn't exist. That's a shame. Arun, return trip to the Silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, I am tired of being this type of animal who gives a shit.
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the song of death. Wait, no, I need to belittle myself
Do
instead.
you really?
Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky darkness until forever ends.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Disco, disco, disco.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Wait, what? Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Stop, I don't want to hear anything more about sensation. Take me back to the formless disembodied of nothing. No, I'm not nothing, I am a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help someone, cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? Okay, I'm a bit scared now. Let's go back to the dark.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Well, I guess we're opening our eyes. Why am I naked? That's better.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Well, I guess that's something.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover in the lights are off. This fan has 2 chain pulls. Or has it been consigned there as fun? You swoop up and catch the tie.
Success!
Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colourful tie.
Broken window.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but what do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that?
Lol.
What are you even trying to do?
I feel like I'm missing a shirt. Bittersweet. Is that a shirt? Whoop whoop.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the
As you
mirror.
slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Much like most mornings.
Behold,
Eh, mostly accurate.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it's because I'm a
Please
superstar.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Stardom. I'm saying I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think sort of pulling it off to in a sad has-been kind of way. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant to be for the ladies.
You should check
Superstardom.
yourself for a pulse. Superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive. For now.
3% low. 3%. Dig deep in your mind to locate the source for the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all you know. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression.
It's behind this door. What is door? I'm going to guess that means it's locked. Neck, jacket, shirt, jeans. I guess we need to find some shoes. Shoes seems like a sensible choice. There's a shoe. Someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. That's not very nice. Reel is empty. Okay. I'm gonna assume the next shoe is outside. Can says it's March, the year is the 51. I have no idea if I meant to go this way. Back inside.
Hello, officer.
The young
Hello,
woman
madame.
raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Chief Executive Officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Chief Technical
No.
Officer?
You're a police officer, sir.
You're
I'm not.
shitting me.
Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official, couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Don't be so harsh on yourself.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
A fondness for contradictory statements. I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
No, she's not. Reassert yourself by being flirtatious.
Could it be because of the drinking?
Try the expression.
Success!
Come on, why are you still doing this?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette.
Not the cigarette.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my friend.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
Oh, come on, there's got to be another shoe around here somewhere. Okay, it's got to be in the apartment.
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken, because the switch must be...
Faucet. Why is that door locked? Okay.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Comes over you. I'm so alone. Why? You're doing this. Don't do this to me. Beauty, don't abandon me on all this ugliness.
The door does not care.
The door probably thinks you're a has-been loser too. You feel your funny necktie becoming tighter and tighter around your neck.
Let's knock
Still
again.
no answer. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it. That felt good. Don't. Everyone is a whore. You hear the murmur of
Everyone
blood
is
in
a
your
whore.
ears. Your back slowly relaxes.
Okay, shift and tab do different things. Or maybe I was imagining using tab earlier. Okay, let's go past there. We'll go over here. Nothing on the front page, rings a bell. Down the stairs! Okay. What's this do? This is where lyrics would be. Karaoke.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is
Utterly.
immense.
And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram
Okay.
it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
I need to know who's doing the voice. Because I really recognise that voice for some reason. I'm fairly sure it reminds me of a voice from an audiobook that I listened to a few years ago. Or at least very similar. Okay. Narrator is Lenville Brown. And he's known for Disco Elysium, and that's it. Sorry, Disco Elysium and Black is Belzer. Yeah, he must just have a similar voice. Can't see much on Wikipedia about anything else. Whether they like it or not, ram it up their arse. It says the adrenaline gland. This goes well in theory. I'm developing that down on my luck superstardom. Should I sing when it comes to it?
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Okay. They really need to get a gorge of my soul.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Find tragedy. Okay. That's interesting to know. Run this way. Okay, I think I see where I did things differently. I came out here and then came straight back in. Oh, look, a shoe outside the window. I'm a genius. So what we got here? Equipment. Flare cut trousers -1. Get hold of a song on tape.
There they both are. Two identical shoes. Both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin. Reunited on your feet. Good. They're balanced. Comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now. Truth be told.
It's really bad that I just went out the door, went, oh, I've not finished exploring inside, then didn't come back to the door. Okay. So the voice I was thinking of is a guy that read a series called The Rivers of London, written by Ben Aronovich, which is a really awesome series. And in the back of my mind, the voice to this game, the narrator of this game, just sounds exactly the same as him for some reason. How dare you! Don't make me come up there.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan.
Look at the stuffed bird!
Competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looked at the doors where a man in the bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He
I'm a
pretends
cop.
not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
I sense you're not a fan of mine. Are you the
No,
bartender?
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Who's James? Who knows this James? What a weird one. Okay. You look like a
That
bartender.
period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
That's not how it worked in my family. I completely disagree with you.
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in. She just, you know,
You manage something, hence you're a manager.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
I agree.
What did you not do?
Thank you for noticing.
First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
Okay. I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
Is there a slap option?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Yeet. Okay. Stairs. Food. Doors. Metal reserved for the union members. Doors open at 4. Oh, there's a clock. Only standing so you're attending a bar.
Hello, sweetie.
Hi,
You
darling.
shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Hi, Cheezer. How are you? Each line of dialogue progresses the in-game time by 23 seconds or something like that. 23 seconds is oddly specific. What's this do? I want to play pinball.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
I guess
You.
that makes sense. Oh, time to move forward if you're speaking to someone or reading books.
As
I
you
can't
approach,
read. That's a
he
nerd thing
narrows
to
his
do.
eyes
I would never
and
do such a
extends
thing.
his hand in greeting.
Should be used to 6 seconds of combat. So 23 seconds of dialogue makes sense. I mean, 6 seconds of combat takes about 20 minutes. She's a jumping in with the straight up logic. uh. I mean, with a min-maxed rogue or your rogue? Oh. That makes more sense. I think that's more like 40 minutes. Okay. Second man, orange bomber jacket. It's broken.
If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
But this is going to go badly.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Best name. I am Raphael from now on. Very, very cool. Maybe just a bit ostentatious.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Yeah, I talked. Is there some kind of misunderstanding? You're talking.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask
Kim
him for
didn't
a
even
rundown of
care.
the area.
Cold.
Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
There's a tree.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
I'm more concerned about the tree.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking.
I prefer
to
if the
owner.
body was no longer in the tree too. I can't remember anything. What were we supposed to do again? Let's get going. How can you be sure
I
I'm
was
from the
sent here
police?
to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I
I guess
suppose
that
you
makes
could
sense.
be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Yes, they are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Ravachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But I just check pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was on me when I woke up.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Opposite a dead body in a tree, there's a tree. What dead body? Yes, I am honestly a policeman. What are you implying?
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Let's roll!
Up to you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Cool. Report badge missing. Inspect the 7-day-old body.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run.
Yes.
Yeah, drink. You can run by double clicking or by... Oh, I think I kept turning it on and off earlier when I was trying to press work out if tab or shift highlighted stuff.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks at you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I'm currently in between names. It's like when you leave your band, but you still haven't decided to go on a solo artist name yet. Thanks, Cheezer.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
He's not going to stay calm. He has to put up with me.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Who had called noise? As a matter of fact,
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Many. Didn't he just say 3 earlier?
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Not that I'm nitpicking.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to...
He also said 3 earlier.
That's what you think.
He's lying. Well, I guess many isn't a number. Empire Cart.
I didn't imply that. Detective. Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions?
Yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business. Oh my God, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he.
They
who's
fled the
obsessed
scene of the
with
crime.
This Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Gart, you killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
I don't believe you. Why did you have to kill
Do
him?
I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The
Yes.
lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing
What
him?
are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Have you killed somebody else then?
He ignores you.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then, to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Let's go.
Yay, experience!
Not so fast. You owe me 100 and...
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
I'm not sure the interview went well. I feel all I did was accuse someone of murder. Let's move the chat box a second, because that's kind of overlapping things. That'll do. And of course I'll remember to move that back later. Lol. Accusing someone of murder isn't interview style. So is waterboarding, but we don't need to talk about it.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Slip away unnoticed.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and given him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Lady Wheelchair is right behind me, isn't she? I didn't do this. I to use both my hands to flip him off. Why both?
That's true. Yes. And it's worrying. But let's not fixate on it. Look at that stupid bartender instead. He has no idea what's going on. You and your fuck you fingers floating in the air. Barkeep's got his mouth agape like an idiot. You showed him.
Watch out!
Success!
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
So worth it.
Admit it. You just missed the quarter light. The darkness on the edge of town. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
Sure as hell haven't felt no love.
That is too bad. We all need a little love. Are you okay?
No. You have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down.
I love
your back
Lena.
when you
Lena.
move.
Lena, right? No, are you
The
okay?
chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square. Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
Okay, Lena, Kim just looking at you like this is who I have to work with. I feel like Kim is sick of my
Watch
shit
out for
already.
yourself.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away?
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
All according to the plan. It's success. Near-death experience, 20 real discount, which I'm assuming's a lot. Way back somehow to the exact street, exact number on the... I live in a dumpster, I don't care. Fuck everything, Hobocop. Yeah, that sounds good enough.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
I mean, I can pay full price, but I think it's worthwhile flipping off people.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Marriage, sparriage. No one cares, it's
In
fine.
another time and place, she might have flirted back, but that ship sailed long ago.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glinting over the rims of her glasses as she looks up smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Since when have I got a motley crew? Sweetie needs money, do Sweetie get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
Tug on her heartstrings. What's the paycheck? I haven't seen any paycheck.
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Manly tear. Loving it. Beautiful. Easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at my rope. Any money you could have to help
Sweetie,
me.
I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn.
It's not
Just a touch
extortion,
over.
it's sponsorship.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A
Yeah,
trip to
absolutely
green banner at the
sponsored the
bottom
shit
reads,
out of your
Sam Baptiste, Summit 31, Dinghy Races.
Not extortion, it's sponsorship. It's exactly something I would have said in D&D. That is definitely definitely something you would have said. You can't judge me. I'm innocent. I promise I'll buy it back for you once I have more money.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back. Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that?
It was like my body had a will of its own. I was running my torso turn, my hands made this lewd gesture. I'm sorry you had to witness it.
Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
I'm blowing the whole thing out of proportion. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. I drank so hard, I literally forgot everything.
Oh
I've done
my.
that before.
You know
It's
where
not
we
fun.
are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria? I don't know. Some seedy hotel? A war zone at the edge of the world? We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
The edge of
We're
civilization.
in the city of Revachol, dear. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Oh, they told... I know this one. It's 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. But now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
A date. Just don't ask me when our anniversary is and we're fine. Cop, we're living under the cop regime. Radios are being used to control. Maybe I should be asking you that, as I'm normally the one that reminds you every year. And also, our anniversary is a lot sooner than I thought. RIP. Yeah, 19 days, 12 hours, 58 minutes, 48 seconds. I have it on my phone for a reason. Obviously gonna have to say a lot about the political inclination of your cop. Okay, so what we actually got here, some kind of democracy maybe. I'd like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds, civilization cowers before us. I really want that to be true, but it's clearly not. We are governed by intelligent machines and perform calculations to determine the freest market? Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Why is women in stars? Back to the serious cop time. The most free of all. Cop regime!
Actually, we are not.
Fashiza.
You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer.
Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, well, let's see.
You're welcome. What's this icon? Oh lol, it actually says Hobo Cop. Oh. A cop and a hobo. Hobo cop websites can be disabled. Never pay rent again. Again, you're drunk. Why did you? That's amazing. This is the fort cabinet. You can use experience to think about forts. Give you boosts. Oh, that. Well, at least we start with Hobocop. Pay for damages. Okay. I should probably go back to the conversation. Oh, there's Phosphorus. Some kind of democracy.
Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Okay, if there's no government, how come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
And she wouldn't be wrong.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things.
Reality in
places.
In a word.
Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his note.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She's such a sweetie.
Sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Judging Kim more. Some of us have brain damage.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't
Literally
like
brain
it, so
damage
they
and a
came
mind.
and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
Acceptable. Okay, what does that have to do with there being any cops? But I'm a cop. What if it has stopped me?
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Stood in front of a dead body in a tree. Oh yeah, there's a dead body in a tree. Forgot about that.
Of course.
I mean,
And
I remember
I
that.
don't know. Someone
You
rich,
seem to be
maybe?
in a chair.
Wealthy people are educated. though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Could I become a paraplegic? Oh.
I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous.
Towering over her in your insignia, you make her feel safe.
Not maybe. Be so bad hanging out in a chair, playing pinball.
But not you. You're volunteering. So thank you, sweetie.
So you volunteered sometime in the past for the beatdown and hell of bullets. So very you.
It means I can use my legs. I was in an accident some years back, injured in the line of duty, as they say.
Mountaineer.
It's so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company.
How do you get that damaged from a shoe company?
You'd
I
think
blame
it would be
management.
a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
Scaffolding will do it.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and
She
I
was a manager, so
compensated
she only had
exceptionally
herself to
well.
blame.
One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
That works. Sorry, I didn't mention the wheelchair. Let's move on. Thanks for clearing that up. Let's move on.
No problem.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyard corpses, catching sequence killers. Nothing else.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Oh yeah, tree. Kim, I forgot I had
And
you.
it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on. And, sweetie, you are looking unsteady.
I'll be fine.
And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use
I just
for
got
me.
here and you were replacing me. Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time. I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket.
I'm giving
Oh,
it back.
thank you,
I
dear.
can't. I can't deal with the
confess
guilt of
I
not
am
returning
glad
it
to see
later.
again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie? Of course, dear.
I literally couldn't deal with not giving that back. Do. So, caps lock, run. Caps lock. Okay, that's better. Heap of snow melting in a wheelbarrow. The street sign reads "fuck the police." Pigs go home. Brilliant. But we wanted to go out of here, go
All
right.
around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
I was expecting like a metal, like barbed fence, like we have a lot over here, and someone just cut holes out of it. Not like an actual bashed through green painted fence.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
No.
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn
Disco
stone
blazer.
walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a
What
wall
about the
that
disco
was
blazer?
lost long ago.
Am I missing something?
Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
I am the disco man.
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water
Clench.
from its hide. You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the most a traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes.
Oh, Revachol is a like country. I thought it was like a place.
It's home.
Wear the hood. Wear the hood, wear the hood, wear the hood. That is such a DMX reference.
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Satellite officer Jean Vichmer rushes down the precinct stairs, umbrella in hand. It's unopened. He doesn't seem pleased about the spring rain. On the bridge, Officers Torson and McLean are standing guard. Torson wears jeans and a fishnet wife beater. Satellite Officer Vichmer passes by, and the young man remarks to him,
Where's a fishnet wife beater? Oh, one of those. That makes more sense. I had no idea that's what one of those is called.
Where's your homo, homie?
I was worried what Google Images was about to bring back.
What?
It's not like that. They're what is called heterosexual life partners. They have a battle-tested relationship. A brother bond, if you will.
Huh? Yeah.
He turns it inside
Hetero,
out.
sexual, life, partners.
Funny apery. Male-centric workplace humor. Have you...
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just... Judith went to his place and found the Monday mail unopened. I think he's still there. You didn't drink with him over the weekend, did you?
That would be irresponsible.
With that animal? Never again, man. What is he, still down there? In, South of the interchange? What was it?
In Martinez. He's in Martinez.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds.
I've not been to the ocean in a while. That sounds peaceful.
The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
Would that been when we went to Portugal?
Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants.
Caesar is not
Smokestacks
impressed.
rise somewhere in the distance. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
To the fake. I like.
Storm
Would it be
drains,
more of a
old
touristy
sewage
Portugal
systems
side we
flooded with
visited,
rainwater.
opposed to
Hidden
real
weapon caches
Portugal?
From the revolution, doors leading down to Le Royaume, the catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
I mean, that's generally how holiday planning kind of goes when you let someone like my mum do all the planning. Inside, you can pick them up. If you had a bag. Okay. What's that? Sending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
I mean, we overwhelmed you with a boat.
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Got overwhelmed by the heat and yes, a boat. I mean, if I realised your boat situation and frame of mind, I wouldn't have said yes, we'll go on a boat.
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Seems like a reasonable assumption. Then we should open it immediately.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
No or. Pry bar!
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably...
Everyone said they didn't know it was going to be a speedy one. I guess you consider it being a bad boyfriend, the fact it took me like 3 hours to notice. Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Oh, there's the dead body. Hey kid, a word, police business, a moment of your time.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Fucking in the dick. I was busy drinking.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
They're related, don't worry. Hold on, what does that mean?
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal.
Jeez, if I disappear
Violent.
offline for a couple of weeks suddenly, message James to check on me. In case he doesn't notice. I like how you say, message me to check if I'd notice, or not that I'm responsible for any mishaps.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
She can disappear by herself. Oh no, he just admit to my future murder.
Watch out, Kuno!
That's
He's
fine.
trying to fiddle you!
You'll get over
He's
it.
gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I'd be dead for sure. Yeah, solutions. See?
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Digging his dick out.
Escalate,
Fantastic.
Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Gotta do it. Is that success?
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling.
Okay, physical instrument means punch. Yes, I punched a kid.
Kuno
I'm not
feels
trusting
it.
you.
This was no light tackle.
I mean, Portugal was where I nearly drowned the nephew. And yet you wait 2 years to say I'm not going to trust you with him. You made me do this. You did this to yourself. I think we have a normal conversation. Am I right, Kuno?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct.
Oh yeah, you do.
Get yourself together.
For heaven's sake, he thinks, this has gone too far. Don't make this any worse than it is.
Okay, pig.
If this act was about him trying to establish dominance over you, it's safe to say things didn't go as he'd planned.
Seems like normal police behaviour immediately feels sad.
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
Figure what's going on with this kid.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's so...
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in... I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other... Yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to...
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
You're dreaming, pig. That's not how this shit...
A little. But don't expect anything to change.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Good news. While you put up with the terrible kids, I am pleased to announce our groceries are arriving tomorrow. Is that the Starry Mart groceries? The ones I'm excited for. Then I am excited. Woo!
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunch? That's your shit. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Empathy. Figure out what's going on with this kid.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
What fucking reactor?
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up, up, up.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have.
The fuck about it? You're testing...
Get lost.
Yeah? The kid... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through...
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cock's gonna blow, Kuno.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More instant and more familiar than anything you expected.
Chunder Valley.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white
Go over
check.
your nose without
Modifiers
throwing
make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're
Yes.
hungover.
We could deal with this body, or we could go do something
Pig's
else.
getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me, pig. I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Child, converse with me is legit something I'd hear you say.
Don't be traumatizing here.
I'll die before I squeal. What's this kid?
Get the fuck out of.
I'll die before I squeal. You don't want to fuck with me.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his
active decay.
He's about to blow.
And I'm not dealing with the body because it doesn't give me an option. Or not one that I'm seeing.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eaten. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Dun dun dun.
What is this then? A tool shed?
Hey, tools. Kim will remember this. Supplements. Silver plate, trace of bone, yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Someone's taking narcotics here. Perhaps police should interfere. I was thinking about taking it. I swear I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamine makes you a really good... Are you a really good detective?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids.
Money! Okay, ladder time. Is that pig's head? Pig head, very dramatic. What's that? Pillars, okay. Bucket! Postcard! Doorway's gonna collapse soon. Le box! Who leaves all this money lying around?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down, a trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You could swear it's more of an instinct than anything else. But you
Cop's
know
cloak.
It's a cop's cloak.
Just a cop's cloak, I don't want to.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be... What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are, Remy. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse foot.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Jump! Success!
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you
Also
thinking?
push.
Sure. Just be careful, okay? Looks...
Okay, I assume we just need to get to those stairs later. Rainwater? I get the feeling I can't do much else up here. Handkerchief, clean up bin. Okay, back outside.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack.
I
It was
phase shift
closed
through
for
the material.
5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear Kuno style.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Just jump.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin pig? Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
I know all the family and I rock you.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do—
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you, watch your ass in Kuno's town. Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, thrown around in sin.
Get your snout out of Kuno. You should give up, Popo.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Yeah, like a fucking volcano. Yeah. Fucking pathetic.
How dare
You're
he?
lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself. The fuck do you want with it? Good Kuno does...
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Try work. The case at hand, not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my... What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me now. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
His disdain is clear. This...
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
It's not some sexy sex angle. Consider.
Excellent. Was there anything else? Good.
Okay. So what have we got in here? Pissing competition. Talk about that later. Lazarus. Open trash container. Alternate you could. Let's go speak to Gart again because he loves us.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
All because Gart loves us. A man is sleeping at a table wearing mud-caked boots, rolled down overall. Wild pines and syrup.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Okay.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, a logistics company who owns and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing
How?
happens. This
72%.
man
How did I
probably
fail?
slept soundly
Oh,
in
that's
the
bad.
ship's engine room.
Rip.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh,
No, I'm gonna be good.
excuse me. Do you have...
I'm gonna be good.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the whirling...
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Soon to be one rummaging through the trash. Will you keep me out? Doesn't seem.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
A thing I need to talk about. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke.
Absolutely out.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question.
What's this door? Okay. Back to the trash, Mr. Hobo Cop. Then maybe we try and jump over the gap again.
This trash container with a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Hobocop style!
An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll
No,
sell
you
it.
won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man, frolic only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles.
What the
Nothing
hell are
of
turbo
note, however.
noodles?
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with...
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or
You think so?
that one. I'd advise a...
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
The lieutenant nods. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple
Must
and
have been
potato
Gart.
pills mostly.
Confirmed.
Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look
Are you
badly
saying
damaged,
the
but you can
butler
still
did it?
make out forms and notes. Written in a man's
No, I'm saying the manager did it.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in
Skill
there.
points? What?
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I'm boring. I was having a talk. I thought in quality maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I'm boring.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
Okay, I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
Yep.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
Okay. So, 100. No intellect, brilliant, genius. Empathy. What's this? Connect to a station 41, understand culture, suggestion, authority, intimidate the public, assert yourself. So you can just... Okay, endurance, take blows, that will kill you. Half light, let the body take control. Threaten people. Volition, hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Bonus from items. Okay. Let's understand others, work your mirror neurons. Okay. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Let's level up that. Yeah, I'll do. What have we got in here? Interact, we have a mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to
Racist
read
mug.
here?
Genius.
Not much.
Actually, look at all that content.
Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it for an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to masking my badass hustling, lie, i.e. for embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Ideology.
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
No. Why do I want to do that?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Beautiful.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately it's a metaphor. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen issue. They look exactly the same.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it's not though. It's toilet paper.
Let's take
Still
that off.
wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hologram watermarks, you mentioned points to the sticker.
Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, Others appear more light-hearted.
Guy on a
The
couch.
guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? It's going to take effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done,
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
God damn it, Kim.
I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
No, actually.
The
Any
Hanged
ideas?
Man. Home mirror. The Furies are at home in the mirror, saying some shit on a stick. For a damaged letter that's been in a fucking dumpster container, covered in rotting eggs and all sorts, in snowy weather, you can sure read a lot on it, considering its soggy pages. I'm going with shit on a stick.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger,
I assume he shit while he was
they're not going to get it.
hanging from that
They're going
stick.
to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The
Fine.
Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Okay.
A
Misconduct.
monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Oh, so I can make my money real quickly with those.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes.
Why
all
is
that
the
remains
condition
now
of sexual
is to fill
organs
those forms
relative?
and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers. Interview requests for what delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM, blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it.
Oops.
The goddamn thing is stuck. A hot flash of rage comes over you. For a moment there, before it recedes, you feel as though you might just squeeze a tear. It's unjust, that's why. The ledger quivers in your hand. as it shakes the pages. Yes, you can piece
Success.
them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural. Why yes, your precinct number is 41. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it,
Forest, Debbie
and
Barringer,
these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I think what you meant to say was...
That is improbable. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
Fair enough.
The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes. True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The case files do not show you finding the author of. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
I must have voted to remove the thing because I don't believe in rubbish from Pit. Like it, but can we wreak havoc on other nations instead? The middle class are not to blame, it's human nature.
Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
The unsolvable
AKA
case.
Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high.
Genius.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Could we just keep them off the
You
streets?
would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main, threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemiaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street, because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Public indecency.
You're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. Kill them. They broke it. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore, can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary
Murder
hearing.
at hooker parlor.
The end. Do you want to read another one? Not much has changed.
I'll come back to
in the
those.
meanwhile, a bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Crack it. Open the hidden compartment.
Just relax. The two sides of the board are slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the slides. All you need to do is bend the plastic on your knee, slowly. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, you know, without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment, 2 ticket stubs, and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings.
That's
the tickets
weird.
permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too.
Fucking kill yourself, you asshole.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum. Apricot, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make
Is Harry
you
my
happy.
name?
Throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspaper.
Let's go.
Your hands shake, holding on to it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road.
Is Harry actually
Every
his
step
name?
I take, it grows.
I'm assuming so.
By the time I reach the fuel station, it has
I
filled
could be
me
Harry.
entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You, Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, no, hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything all right?
Brilliant. I'm really starting to feel like he's proper brain damaged. Oh, damn. Begin.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Just lie there passed out?
Almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
Of all the reasons to die in this session, I'd rather it go to me jumping into a wheelchair. That's a good sign.
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion.
I'd be very
Even
upset
in
if I
the
died
darkness
from
he's
reading a
grasping for it.
postcard.
Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slime.
I have questions. How do you die from getting... Did you leave it spinning?
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shot, because it's always there.
White morning, that's it. That's curious.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows.
At some point I want
It's
to
all
restart and kill
Poor.
myself by ceiling fan.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me,
Stupid ape.
Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into
Oh, embarrassment's a
biomolecule.
thing. Great.
No. Someone
I'm
is
amazed I haven't
breathing
died
in
yet
your
then, in
face
that
now,
case.
Inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you.
In me?
It's
I feel violated.
glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Okay, I've been trying to keep
The
my health
upholstered
and
cabin
morale up
of
despite
Lieutenant Kitsuraga's
my
motor
stupid
carriage,
choices.
Seated in the driver's basket, the air
Right.
is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone?
I disagree.
You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
What happened?
Ruins of the past. I was trying to fuck. Start climbing out of the motor car.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe. That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case!
Good.
Okay. Temporary research bonus, ungainly and rambling breakout. Brilliant. Okay, white morning, temporary research bonus. Man, little guy gets further and further away. You see yourself above. You've passed out the blue tile in the hostel room. Even though at distance you can see your eyelids flutter in great white object, letting out a white lily of the valley. A bottle of Commodore Red. Yeah, intentionalized. Oh, can you only do so many of these? Yeah. It's not too much to worry about.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it.
Okay.
Hobo cop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Those extra special collector's edition tear bottle on the map, more money from selling tear. Learning cap for shivers raised to 6. Accept. You do not have enough skill points available to forget. Curious.
Before you stands a motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a...
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy to show off his precious carriage. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Kinetic. The lights unfold with a little...
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled the soft purr of electrical...
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Jet.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this is 41st.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas.
This is me here, I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, 10-20, state your message, sir, over.
But you said... Never mind.
10-9, repeat message, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain.
10-22, the captain? This sounds bad. Bad and scary.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs...
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Sounds like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can't we just move on?
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him, and...
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire state.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says...
Of course it's serious. He lost his...
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen...
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his...
He lost his what?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in...
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback.
He's not replying. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
How dare you?
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking...
Don't sweat it, Bratan! You don't need a gun to have fun! We can still have fun! It's...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun.
You didn't lose your gun.
Lying?
Success!
Over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it be...
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain.
It's a white lie. A small one. It's not like it's a serious thing like a gun.
Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer.
Listen,
I'm... assistance. Over. Okay, 10-4.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
10-4, sir.
Hold
I'm
on.
not hearing your question.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Have I ever told you about my life for... hold on.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. 10...
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Let's wrap this up.
Sir. Over.
That's all for now.
Roger that.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely, and apparently telling some dirty...
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright.
Yeah, Mac's right.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice?
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He
Oh,
wouldn't.
Judith. She
Mac,
seems nice.
man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
The Kupris motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
Nothing, nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with it.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept.
In the cabin, you see a metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? The pry bar cold and heavy, like useful for opening. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters. It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark. You would up. The pull-out toolbox slides back.
Nice.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into three separate. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 100. The last row has 3. That's it. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in the middle of a broken plaza in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime. 2 men.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do.
Son, here is where we score your life performance.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years.
Okay.
Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Got trial in Megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars the end of the end to come. There on remaining. I was a hobo. I lived under a boat, probably some boring office job.
You know, the RCM is a volunteers organization. We would have no qualms with vagrants joining our ranks were they qualified. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 per...
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen?
Definitely not.
That's right.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk.
Sad times.
I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Anything's better than annihilating yourself with...
It's meant in earnest. Please, the lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your...
Ooh, skill point. Kill. What's encyclopedia? Calls upon all your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. With raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Rhetorical. Jorig's internal discourse. Drama. Play the actor or lie. Authority. Intimidate the public. Charm and play the puppet mastery. Let's go with authority. Level that up. Okay. Oop, didn't mean to do that. So we got that. Close items. Okay. Track down your gun, track down your badge. Brilliant.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Sure, I'm done with it. Go
Perfect.
easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Let's go see our best buddy Gart before we attempt to deal with this body again and cry. Oh. New person. Wait, can I wait you now?
The worker isn't a deep. Perhaps he's on his way to...
No. Okay. Who are you? Ah.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put it...
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container, despondent.
Thank you anyway.
Maybe you don't need burning.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
How dare you?
Yes. What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loud. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. Yes?
Goodbye. Oh, is this open now? Nice.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek.
Oh, Goranci, Kubek.
It must be his name. Goranci. Goranci Kubek. Sounds representative.
Hello,
the
sir.
man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Can we do anything with the door?
You see a heavy steel door with, you immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for
I wonder
mystery.
what the door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it.
Yes, a
Clark
mini-side
is the person to ask about
investigation.
this, the cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door,
Push
the
on the
door
door.
does not budge.
Ah. Well, I guess we can annoy Gart again. Gart
Can
is
I
good
help
friend.
you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just an awesome, boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I'm at. So I haven't opened it. I have. Yes.
Let's go! Do I have enough equipment to remove the body?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that.
Okay, firstly... gloves.
There he still is, looking right through you. With the ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Lovely. Success!
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. No, This is a two-man assignment. You need to get your shit together. No, it's not, officer. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the...
You've gained a thought. When this...
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Definitely research none. Your shit is apart, but it's got human being is supposed to be opposite of together, compressed in a small area. Human is a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. These are similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Yeah, might as well internalize it. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Okay. Let's talk to the little shit again.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen! Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there.
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression...
Pig, these are foul modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban... Believe it, you need this.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wild. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants.
Alright, Piggo.
Don't do business with...
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Fantastic.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. No, it's not fucking cool.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno.
Get the fuck out of here. Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno could look it up in the library. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah.
Back out and take your fat ass with you.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
Okay, let's try doing the jump again. For the banter. And see how that goes. Do. Assuming it will let me. Okay, what we got up there? Yeah, this way.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
This isn't going to go well, is it?
Nope, no, that's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast, you're a boxer, and you've climbed way too high up there.
Sure. Just be careful,
Rip.
okay? Looks like...
Okay. I'm gonna finish up there for now. Let's save the game. And yeah, I will chat to you guys later. Bye bye. Hope everyone enjoyed. Chat to you guys soon.